speed, and that'll sort of rebound on Cookser right there in the middle. So I think it's pretty fine that left will take a more analytical approach for that team in particular.
The first time we'll see coaches play a part, and also the first time we'll get a glimpse of Asia, almost a double tap coming out from camera. Now Realize. Misty centers it down. A lot will be there, hitting it downfield.
And big concerns for 1NE, definitely going to be the defensive side of things, as it is with most new teams that come over here. So whenever Mouz gets things started, how well do they handle the pressure?
Conra over to Misty. Conra again taking possession, rocking that Fennec that Chaussette made so popular at DreamHack with his incredible performance.
Talk about an MVP showing. He really did put that car on the map for a lot of people.
See if Conra can do it justice. A lot going in for the challenge. Cookser centered out to Speed. Speed going for the double tap. He hits it, and Mouz go ahead 1-0.
Yeah, great pressure here from Cookser out of the corner. Conra just a little slow, and Speed, great recovery, even getting a piece taken out of him. Realize stuck in the net, didn't have any boost to go up and challenge him, was just hoping for the miss. Speed, though, he's been around the block a few times now. It wasn't that long ago we were calling him kind of new to the scene, but he's developed quite nicely.
He's not developed quite nicely. He's Speed, by the way. I'm sure he'll appreciate that later, but a lot. Good touch there to kill the ball down. Doesn't get the greatest clear upfield. Canra over to Realize. And now it's banged right back down. Misty pops it up. Cookser might have a go for it. And that looked like a little hiccup in the server there.
Yeah, everyone kind of figuring out what they're going to do, though, but seems to have recovered nicely as Cookser just trying to hang on to this ball. And this really is the pressure that Realize, Kenra, and Misty are going to have to sort of deal with. How do they get the ball unstuck out of their own half? They finally find a long clear here down to Kenra in the corner.
And the offense coming out. Conra still keeping that ball in the danger zone. Speed with a flick, doesn't get it by Realize. Conra up. Went for the backboard. Now Cookser over to a lot. Center ball, double commit. A lot's going to turn. He has the net open. Gets the pass over, still in a tough spot. Realize finally getting this ball to the corner. A lot with a block. Back out to the middle. Misty to the side. Speed keeping it in the zone. Realize to the corner. Cookser is there to challenge. Cookser off the backboard to a lot. The shot is wide.
Pressure still building. Speed, great tip into the middle. Really give himself a lot of options, but still handled quite nicely here from 1NE. And a lot steals that away, just not able to get all the way around. Realize.
And I love that play. He knew that a defender or an attacker was going to be coming in, and he didn't have many options to go for. He got it out of the shooting lane, but now the shot from Cookser, too much for 1NE to handle, and Mouz up by 2.
Beautiful shot here from Cookser. Nice pressure from Speed, a lot as well, just fast to the ball, and Conra, oh so close, but the precision that you always come to expect from a shooter like Cookser finds another one into the back. Mouz with a 2-0 lead.
And it really does seem like 1NE is struggling with that clear aspect of their game, something that Gibbs highlighted on the desk. But this Mouz squad has been getting a lot of experience recently. They also competed with this same roster at Beyond the Summit against, the world's best teams. So
and Valencia.
So they're just feeling it right now. Speed went for the cross. It gets by a defender. Realize getting stopped by Cookser.
All right, here's a free ball. This is when you need to take possession if you're 1NE, but still, great support from Cookser. That midfield line has really been the bane of 1NE. Pass to Misty off the backboard. Slap back down into the middle for Conra, and he's going to need some help.
Now, Conra wasn't expecting that second touch from Misty. 1NE on the attack. Misty hits it back over to Cookser. Conra breaking up the play. Realize back down to the middle. Speed is up, going for a second touch, doesn't make it. Cookser misses his clear as well. A lot is there to back him up, puts it back into the 1NE half. Final minute of gameplay in game 1, and Mouz has had this on lock.
They've had it on lock, but that's kind of what I expected from a game number 1, especially from a team like 1NE. Again, this is the first time they've really gotten a chance to play a lot of these big-name international teams. And I think this level of pressure on offense is what you would certainly expect Mouz to be able to perform against them. Their telling game is going to be the next one. You know,
Absolutely.
You've got 5 minutes under your belt and said, okay, they're beating us to every ball on defense. How are we going to stop that?
Yeah, we'll see the adjustments. And also, once the clock hits 0, the ball touches the ground, the coaches can come into play. So we'll see what kind of adjustments come out for 1NE after game 1. And still time left on the clock, looking to get 1. Avoid the shutout. Conrad downfield, speed on the wall, denying the clear. And you can see Misty and Pulse realize both struggling to be on the same page. And that is it for game 1. Mouz take it 2-0 over 1NE.
Pretty solid start for Mouz. I think they would all agree, as to be expected. And Speed, of course, we'll see him get a lot more fired up as things continue on, but let the mere matter of fact, and obviously 1NE. All right, hang on, guys. How do we figure this out? And I think predominantly you saw it right there in the last 10 seconds. It's that communication on defense. You're taking each other out of position. That'll be the first thing to work on.
And it seemed like 1NE just couldn't get, well, one, their communication was a little bit lacking in a few situations, and also just struggling to get the ball by those Mouz players that are hanging out on the wall at the midfield. And we saw the first goal of the game, the double tap from Speed. You can see the reactions there, fist bumps all around. Cooks are sitting in the middle, sandwiched by the 2 hype men.
Yep.
And then this second goal, Cookser, precision shooting, something he's known and loved for.
And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to 1NE. You know, sure, they played defense the entire game, but at the same time, they didn't really get blown out. You know, it took Realize being stuck in the net with no boost and not being able to make a challenge on a double touch, and Cookser having to place a nice shot coming across the ball behind a defender for them to really put one into the back of the net. So, mousesports, definitely a lot of pressure. Great for them. But 1NE, all it takes is finding a few more solid touches out in the corner and being able to get to those balls that float high up in front of the box, and you might end up with a ball game.
So game 2, 1NE versus Mouz. Mouz shutting him out in game 1. 1NE still looking for that first international land goal. Misty going for the center, no one's there. Cookser also beating out that 1NE player. Realize off to the corner.
The next big thing I'm really going to be curious about is the boost situation on defense for 1NE, because depending on how much of it they have at any one time, they just missed the corner right there, and that's going to prove fatal eventually. That could be a lot of the reason they're not getting a lot of strong clears, so I'll try and keep a close watch on it here.
But it looked like Misty might have been able to snag that on his way around, but now Conrad also out of boost. Good center ball. This could be it. Realize doesn't get much height on his shot. Shot it right at the defender. Now flicking past 2. Cookser with the shot. And the counterattack goal for Mouz.
And they were back in position too. Misty and Conrad were both in a good spot, but again, it's just that lack of communication. They knew the counterattack was coming. They're feeling a little antsy, and they just didn't communicate, hang on, I need boost, or hang on, I'll challenge. It really just does take that brief moment of who's going. You solve that problem and give yourself a second chance at the save.
Yeah, it was well done by Mouz to turn that counterattack into a goal. And we saw 1NE, they had the chance to pass to Realize, but Realize's shot, it just wasn't enough to test the defense. So we'll see if they can get more chances like that and if they can put them away. Watt getting the demo on Conrad. Flicking past 1. Conrad can't get there in time, and Speed tucks this one in right next to the post.
Beautiful tip here from Speed on the hood, over the top, and Misty and Conrad, what are you going to do? It's a great shot to the back post. Just well commanded by Speed all the way down the pitch, and a well-deserved goal for him.
Yeah, flick it by 1, shoot it by the others. Mouz picking up where they left off. Now double tap chance for Realize, and he's blocked by Cookser. Follow-up from Conrad. And now Asia on the board with a beautiful goal.
And they finally beat Mouz to the ball twice, in fact. Cookser actually was a little late to that one. And great challenge from Realize. Conrad, excellent follow-up. And yes, indeed, you said they're searching for their first goal. Well,
they have it.
They got it.
and realize he was on track to hit that double tap. Cookser just
took it away.
Rained on his parade. But a good follow-up from Conra. Now Misty downfield racing to it. He's going to go for the pass off the backboard, but again, Cookser has been a nuisance on defense.
He really will be one of the biggest problems on defense for 1NE because he's so smart. He knows what you're going to be thinking to try and do. Even just that challenge against his wall, he's like, all right, he's just trying to get the ball by me, and he just jumped right in front of it. He wasn't worried about the shot because he knew that's what they weren't going to try and do.
Cookser, his speed and mechanics up there with the best. Speed. The middle to Cookser. Cookser shot towards net. Conra easily handles it. Realize out of boost. Does get the clear downfield, but he's going to have to look for something. Double commit from Mouz. A lot. Hits it off the ceiling. They recover quite nicely. A weak shot that Misty's handled. But now Mouz gearing up for an attack. Cookser, shot opportunity. The shot saved. Speed is up. Going for the backboard pass, but cleared by Realize. Misty with the challenge, floating back towards net. Cookser clears it downfield. Over to Speed. Speed, his shot denied.
Some solid defense being played by 1NE. The next hurdle for them is going to be hanging onto the ball after they make those touches because they're making some pretty solid clears off the sidewalls and getting strong contact on the ball. It's just finding those teammates with those touches to really clear it out of their own half.
And they've constantly been low on boost to get that clear out of their own half. They're still in this game. Plenty of time left on the clock. Down by 1NE starting their attack now. Misty going for the center. It's cut off by Cook, and the net wide open for a lot as he strikes it true, and Mouz extend their lead.
Yeah, it's just Misty not able to get that strong flick. Lost a lot of power on it. Cookser stole it away. Everybody committing for 1NE, and that will always get punished.
So a few counter-attacking goals for Mouz this game. That one in the final 2 minutes. Key goal adding some life and some insurance. Conra trying to pass that to Realize. Speed was waiting. Now Cookser, shot towards net.
Oh, just enough.
And a stretch, the follow-up off the post. Speed centers it back. And Conra going for the clear, now still under pressure. Realize the ball back to the middle. Cookser with the shot, and that's his second of the game.
This is just great reactions from Mouz overall. Realize not able to get that ball down onto the side of his hood and go for a challenge into the corner, kind of popped up high. And Mouz, they took themselves out of position a little bit earlier when Speed threw everybody for a loop with that pass back. And even still, they were able to rally the troops and get back in there for a second chance.
And it just seems like the extended attack has been relentless for Mouz.
17 shots for mousesports.
Oh my. Now Cookser is going to bounce back off the backboard. A lot back down. Save from Conra over to Misty. Misty, double tap chance, but Speed was there on the backboard and he shut it down.
This is really going to be a test here for Realize. Oh. Beautiful passing play and excellent defense. Realize calm, cool, collected, and a solid stop.
We'll see if they can convert this into an attack. They've been struggling to keep possession. And now that shot off the post and in. Speed, that's his second as well.
Beautiful play here. Misty not able to win the clean challenge against the wall, and Realize just reading the distance a little bit farther away for Speed than I think he thought. He's thinking he had more time to get to that ball, and just a beautiful catch from Speed towards the net.
And the possession game just so strong for Mouz. They always are looking for those passes. And we saw even that passing play that was shut down earlier. The Cookser pass to a lot. They're always always looking for their teammate. And Speed just lets that hit the ground. 5-1. Mouz taking down 1NE. 1NE getting on the board this time, but Mouz putting up 5.
Absolutely, and a ton of pressure as well. But you can see there are plenty of saves. 1NE, despite having some struggles in communication, still able to stop a fair amount of the shots. It's just, you know, you let, what, 12 plus 7 come at you. It's just too many. So
and you know, it's tough for 1NE. How do you get that offense started? How do you do it against this Mouse team that seems to be everywhere you're trying to go? They're faster than you are.
Yeah.
They try to pass it to a teammate on the wall, it gets shut down. They go for the double taps, someone's on the backboard. It seems like every option they're going for is just getting shut down by Mouz.
Yeah, it's a combination of a couple of different things. I actually don't think the boost played as big a factor because I still felt like 1NE, when they got the touches on the ball, they were getting pretty decent touch strength on them. They were passes towards their teammates. It's just they weren't placed as well as they need to be placed to play against a team like Mouz. Occasionally, the communication breaks down as well. That puts them in a couple of tough spots and costs them clear chances. But the biggest one to me is just 1NE's ability to quickly read proper distances to the ball from certain players. That's really where I think Mouz is excelling. It's not that Mouz is definitely faster than them. It's just that 1NE isn't compensating enough for that. Okay, they're definitely quick to the ball, but they're
still going for the plays where,
exactly.
You know, and it's just getting shut down every single time.
Mouz is just reading the distances to the ball, and they make a more informed decision. And that, I think, is leading to most of the pressure for them.
Absolutely, and you know their confidence has to be skyrocketing as well after getting that 5-1 victory. Whereas 1NE just a single goal so far, but against a very tough team.
Speed wanted to start off game 3 with an exclamation point. That would have been a heck of a redirect.
Conra, center ball. Misty couldn't jump up in time. The right idea. Now the counterattack is on. Cookser speeding to it, but Misty bumping him out of the way. Conra off the ceiling. Shot from a lot, off the backboard a lot. Leaves it for Cookser. Cookser, the shot saved and sent wide. Speed at the midfield. Taking possession. Gets the boost steal, leaves it for Cookser. A lot rotating in. He's going to try to find Speed. Now Speed off the ceiling, going for the shot. But Cookser comes in, helps him out a lot, off the post and in, an all-out assault from Mouz.
No shortage of sending everything there. Just Cookser didn't even think about it. Just said, just beat everyone to the ball, just hit it. I know someone's going to be at the top of the box. He knew a lot already rotated out. He was going to have help. And 1NE kind of just let that one just ping off the backboard, and that's a dangerous option to allow at this level.
It's just incredible how much control Mouz is exerting, even in 1NE's half, in the corners.
Yeah.
Mouz dominating the game right now.
You really do think the corner is the safest place a lot of the time, but it's only the safest place when it's defended well.
And you can tell that this 1NE team, their defense getting overwhelmed by this high-powered Mouz offense.
But they will definitely find themselves in a solid attacking position here. They just kind of hang on to this clear, and Misty definitely looking for the pass out to the middle. And again, that's those touches that just not quite on the mark for them that have cost them a couple of possession opportunities.
Conra. Downfield. A lot, doesn't get the greatest hit. Realize wins the challenge. It's back to Cookser on his goal line. Cookser over to Misty, center ball. Conra over to Misty and off the post.
It was so pretty. Oh, so close for 1NE. A beautiful passing play.
And that just inches away from being an amazing goal. Misty almost getting the follow-up on that one as well. 1NE with the prolonged attack.
Now exerting their own pressure as well, and definitely some boost problems for Mouz, resulting in some poor touches. Speed's kind of in an awkward spot. Big push from Conra, and now a 1v1.
And a lot strong shot. Realize has had a few very good saves, denying shots from Mouz. Even there on the backboard, trying to get that out of harm's way. Realize with the kill, perhaps expecting a teammate to come up. Misty forced to make the stretch save. Speed over to Cookser. Nice. This one off the ceiling, down to a lot, misses his shot. Conra gives up possession. Cookser to a lot. Back into the corner. Cookser off the corner to Speed. Speed back to Cookser. Cookser's shot is going to go wide.
I was saying we can do the passing back and forth to everybody as well, but the shot accuracy definitely not there for them. And now 1NE again stuck sort of in their corner. Can they find a strong touch all the way down to the other side and force Mouz to back off?
And we saw it a lot, even picking up that corner boost. It spawned right underneath him. So 1NE, you can tell, struggling for boost. Good play from Realize here to kill the ball at half. That one, will it go in? No, it's off the post and now up off the backboard. 1NE cannot catch a break.
Definitely got away with murder if you're Speed. He was definitely out of position there. And just a missed capitalization opportunity for 1NE. Unfortunate, but it does show that they know they can break out and catch Mouz in the middle of a mistake. But a double commit though, and Realize can't find it. Pass into the middle for Cooks here, 2-0 for Mouz.
And this was, just a tragedy in the defense for 1NE. Speed beats the entire team, dribbles it by all three, dishes it over to Cookser, and Cookser able to get that goal. Speed, you can see the smile on his face down there on the bottom of the cameras. Having a good time, and I would be too if I made a play like that.
It always does feel good to beat all three defenders and set up a nice passing play. And a well-deserved effort from Speed.
And Speed getting that ball downfield to Realize, going for a play. Shut down. Now a lot to Cookser, broken up by Conroe, but it's out to Speed. Speed and a lot, both getting a piece of that ball. Counterattack opportunity, 2v1. Cookser with the stop. Realize back down to Misty. Misty misses the shot opportunity.
Execution, letting 1NE down in a critical point to give themselves a chance to find an equalizer. A nice pinch from Speed, but nobody there for Mouz. They're content to run the clock out probably.
And the ideas have been there for 1NE.
Yes.
They've had the chances, they've had the setups, but like you said, Achieves, the execution was just lacking a little bit. The accuracy plaguing them, and Mouz will sweep 3-0.